Welcome. Welcome to Tellis Like It Is, a chat wherein we get to know the person behind the personality. We get to know people a little better from the inside as well as the outside. You know, there's a saying that has stuck with me. It's not really a saying, but it's a thought process. That it's quite easy for a man to win when there are no challenges, no adversities. But a true champion is someone who comes out a winner, overcoming adversity, overcoming challenges. I have with me in the studio a young man who embodies that, Mark Dharmai. Say hello to my buddy. Hey, Mark.
Hi, Brian. How are you?
I'm good. I'm even better, actually, today since you've joined us in the studio. Honestly, look at that smile, man. I envy you more often, more often than you'd imagine. So, Mark, like I said at the top of the show a little earlier, there's a great story there within that pair of jeans and that blue t-shirt of yours. Let's start with understanding your achievements, Let's start by understanding the sports career that you are so known for. The areas of passion in sports that drive you, where it has taken you, and feel free to indulge yourself.
All right. The sports that I used to play first is I used to play hockey and football for the school. And after that, I changed into badminton. Because if you see sports in hockey and football, it was a group sports where everybody were playing. So it was very different for me. So unfortunately, somebody told me that, no, you can't play hockey and football because there are a lot of people who will try to push me down or injure me. So they told me that you have to change your sport. But I was a guy like, never give up in life. Do something, but play other sports. So after that, I chose badminton, which was an indigenous sports and which was challenging for me. And there onwards, I started playing badminton. And from there onwards, it took me up.
Tell me, you played hockey and football, field hockey and football earlier. And what comes across to me is you say that you were discouraged to do that by people.
Yeah.
Was it because they felt you'd be bad for the team or an impediment to the team, or?
They thought that I would be bad for the team. I would be the weaker person because in hockey and football, you require a lot of stamina. You require a lot of encouragement, and people would just drop me down from hockey, football, stab me. So my coach also told me that no, you should not play hockey and football. But I was a person. I used to play hockey and football. But then there were a lot of people were just discouraging me that no, you should not play. You should always be in the substitute. So I always should be in the substitute or otherwise out of the team. But then unfortunately, I thought to myself that I should do something for myself so that to show who I am.
Great. So then badminton happened, right?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Badminton was funny, I think, if you go to see, because in badminton, I should just play on the roadside. As usual during vacation time, we should just play on the road. I used to play in my village called the Chimbai village, where I used to play in the afternoon or in the evening, just play badminton on the road, just as casually. Then one fine day, one of my friends just told me that there is some sports for you called dwarfs. So I didn't know what was the word called dwarf because they should tell us in the bauna. So using the word bauna, I looked in the dictionary, I found out what it is and all. Oh my God, this is what all about. Then one fine day, I started researching about what is dwarfism, what kind of sports are there for us. So eventually after that only I came to know about badminton.
And then you took to the game.
Yeah. Right?
And what was your badminton journey from a sport point of view?
Badminton journey was very difficult for me. There were a lot of obstacles in life because if you go to see badminton, the rackets are expensive, the shoes are expensive. Everything is expensive if you go to see. But unfortunately, through my help, through my friends and colleagues who helped me to have a badminton racket or badminton shoes, because if you play in a court, you require non-marking shoes, which is very expensive. If you go to see badminton, it's a very expensive sports. But with that, I tried to play badminton and I did well.
But did well is putting it mildly, Mark. You're being very modest. You want to talk to us about the fact that, you represented India at the Paralympics. Tell us that story and your achievements.
All right. So badminton, when I started playing badminton, one of my friend told me that you can go into badminton, which is individual sports, which will help you in further in your life, in your career. So after that, I took badminton as a challenge, because if you go to see badminton, the net height is 5 feet. I am just 4 feet 2 inches, and I was thinking to myself that will I able to cover the court? Like if you see Sindhu, Saina, the whole court. So that was the biggest challenge for me. And I was thinking whether I will cover the court, being a very, fat guy, very difficult for me. Will I be able to hit the shuttle? Will I not able to hit the shuttle? There were so many things running in my mind that whether I will able to do it or whether I will not able to do it. So there was a lot of challenges for me. And to get a court in Bandra was very difficult. But through the grace of God, through my friends, colleague, I got a court in KC Hall. And then after that, I got a court in Bandra Gym. So there were challenges where people helped me out in playing badminton. And from there onwards, I said to myself, if I want to do something in life, I can definitely do it. So from there onwards, I took badminton as a challenge, did well in nationals, did well in internationals, and a lot of medals for my country.
In the Olympics as well?
Yes. Right? So I got medals in the Asian Games, the Olympics, and also at the World Dwarf Games.
What, all medals? What medals?
I got gold, silver and bronze. So 3 gold in the World Championship. 3 bronze in World Championship. I got in 2015 in Germany, in Korea and in China. And after that, I got medals in Canada, 2 silvers at the World Dwarf Games, then the Asian Championship where I got 3 medals. That is gold in singles, the silver in doubles and mixed doubles, bronze.
You think you're an achiever? Check this guy out. Incredible, Mark. Absolutely incredible, inspirational. Which prompts me actually to ask you, the story gets even better. Tell us a little bit about your early growing up years in Chennai. Your early childhood, when you realized you are who you are, and how did you kind of go through life given all of those?
So my early childhood story is very obstacle. Like I really don't know whether I would survive or whether I would not survive in this world. When you come to know, your parents come to know whether this child is a disabled child, like they were like out of the society. If you're a normal child, you are in the society. But by the grace of God, to my mom, who was a very wholehearted person, she was the one who fought. There were a lot of challenges for her. And I was physically challenged. I had there were 99% doctors said that he would not survive. And there was 1% that I would survive. And I would say by grace of God, that hope and that faith which my mother had, I would say who I am right now. So with her encouragement, I was born. I was not sure whether I was able to walk. I could just crawl because my legs were not straight. They were abnormal. And I was kept in plaster for around 2 to 3 years. So if you see a child normally walks at the age of 5 months, 6 months, or maybe 10 months, the child is able to walk. But I was not able to walk. 2 months, say around 2-3 years it took me to walk, to crawl. And after that, when I grew up gradually, my mother was the only hope. My father, said, I don't know whether he would live, but my father was a fisherman person, but his support also was there. But the society neglected me. They never thought that this guy will do something in life, whether he will be a great person. They thought the child will, let it be, he's normal now. We'll consider him as a, kacha bacha. But then my mother was the one who supported me. And then I went to school. In school also it was very difficult for me because I was not able to talk, not able to walk also. But through my mother's help and support, she was the one who took me up. Gradually, she made me educated. I went to school. She told me that you complete your graduation. After that, we'll see. But then I was an average student. I didn't know whether I will complete my studies or no. But through the help and through my staff teachers who supported me, my school and my college, they supported me so much that I would say thank you to them. And right now, with their support, I was able to do my graduation.
That's a fantastic story. I know a few of the friends who've been friends with you for a long, long time. Mark, truly, the more you talk to us about your story, the more inspirational it is. I've got moist eyes like I can see you have. And your strength that you provide, Mark, is unbelievable. I know it's mid-interview, but I want to just thank you for the person you are. Honestly want to thank you for being an inspiration, not just to me, but to the many hundreds, many thousands, many hundreds of thousands of people that you have inspired and continue to inspire. Wow. I want people to know also about the various other achievements. Winning medals at Asian Games and Global Games is not the end. This gentleman here with me, Mark Dharmai, is going beyond. Mark, tell us about the organization that you've started and the purpose, objectivity, and what you're doing.
The organization that I've started is called the Little Giants of India. Once when I met a lot of people like us, I've seen them that, they never come out of the rat hole. They're always in the corner. So when I did a research of dwarfism, I seen that they should never come there. The society should neglect them. So I said, see, for me also people should neglect me. But I said to myself that, see, that the world is not feeding you. It's you who are going to feed yourself, and you are the person who's going to show the true light, and they will be after you. So after that, I made a group called the Little Giants of India. And from there onwards, I have got a lot of people from various part of the world, various part of the state, doing good for the society. So I have teachers, I have doctors, some are like lawyers. So I'm so happy that I made a group, and they are very happy for themselves. And the group is growing slowly and gradually.
So through this effort, you actually get professionals to share their knowledge, share their expertise, and you invite people to support that financially as well, Mark?
Yes, we started supporting ourselves. I said to them also, we are going to do a crowdfunding where they're going to help their family people, their family members, so that in each state that they get the society, so that people know who they are. So for example, I had gone for a program and I met a differently able person. He was blind. So I met him, I asked him, hi, how are you? So his name was Prem. So I asked him, who are you? I said, I'm Mark Dharmai. So I said, what problem do you have? He's saying, I'm Bauna. So he's saying, what is Bauna? I said, I'm dwarf, little short person. Oh, that is the person who you are. So people don't know what is dwarfism. Like if you see everywhere around the world, society knows like physically challenged, partially blind, people who are lame, people know who they are, but people do not know who we are. About dwarfism.
Right.
So like if you go to see on the road also, people think, okay, I see this guy walking on the road, who he is and all. But after that, then people realize who I am.
The thought that comes to mind, Mark, is we live in a country that's not really inclusive. India is a country that has various kinds of people, whether that is the languages they speak, the color of their skin, gender discrimination. Like you said, we are not open to accepting or including, if you want, differently abled people. And this really is a remarkable lesson that you're bringing to the table. This is work, and more power to you for the organization that you're setting up, and more importantly, the objectives and the purpose that you're hoping to achieve. Which brings me to my next thought. I mean, you live a life that could well consume you, but I'm sure that there are moments, that you enjoy, that you celebrate who you are. There are moments in the day that you connect with yourself. Tell me, besides work, what do you like to do in quiet moments or not so quiet moments?
Mostly what I do is, as my day-to-day life is mostly morning when I wake up, I just thank the Lord. Thank you for who I am at the moment. Thank you for the bread and butter. Thank you for the house that you have given me. After that, I have my daily routine, and mostly I spend myself with the society, with the senior citizen. So sometimes they call me up for any help required. So I try to do that much for the society. So I feel more happy. It gives me comfort, gives me feeling. I feel so happy. And after that, mostly in the evening, what I do is I go on the beach, which gives me more relaxed, more peace of mind. I see the sunset, which is so nice for me. The fresh air, the atmosphere on the beach. So I feel more happy.
I've spent a fair amount of time on the beach that you're talking about, and I can completely understand that sentiment. Watching sunset, you said.
Yeah.
You know, Mark, you are like the rising sun in the morning. While you enjoy sunsets, honestly, you're like a sunrise to a whole lot of people, starting with me, and more power to you for that. We're on the final leg of this chat, Mark, and I think for the third time in our chat, I'm saying yours is nothing short of an inspirational story. I want to know a little bit about you. What is it that inspires you? If you had to share a message with the rest of the world around you, what would that message be?
The message to the society is, I am physically not even complete, yet I can do so much. What about you?
Wow. Wow. Look, I'm short of words. Here's a gentleman who has said it like it is. Mark Dharmai. A man who epitomizes positivity, who epitomizes motivation, and who's not afraid to be who he is and rise above. On behalf of all of us at Tellis Like It Is, thank you, Mark, for being the person you are.
Thank you, Brian.
And thank you very much for spending time with us and sharing this beautiful life that you live. Thank you.
Thank you.